Welcome back to another Spirit Island video. In this video, I'm going to be continuing my PvP series, this time looking at the red team. Now, there was a couple of mistakes in the previous video that I want to clarify before I move forward. The first one, and the one that probably matters the most, is I accidentally drafted Sucking Ooze, but they actually drafted Ever Twisting Trail, so let's switch that card out. And that is the card that they decided to draft. The second mistake is here, and the event pushes Dahan rounded down, so only one Dahan should have been pushed. And the last error was here, distracted by local troubles. The red team decided to use this damage in F1, and one explorer should have died. So those are all of the mistakes. Let's go to the slow phase. So first, Relentless Gaze uses that left innate, doing 1 damage, plus 1 damage for the Badlands, and killing that town, weakening that land on H2. And Keeper is going to gain a minor with the Gift of Power. They chose to take that card for themselves. And these are the minors that they decided to grab. Once again, they got another Wilds adding card. Hopefully they can combo it with a card like Sacrosanct. Now, unfortunately, they're playing against England, so Explorer Disruption is not that good. Song of Sanctity is one of the worst cards in the game. Blood Draws Predators could work. You can combo it with your damage dealing powers. It also has the fire for that left innate. But they picked Here There Be Monsters, and I think this is the right card. This is the same card I would also pick. Let's forget those, and that is it for the slow powers. Let's time passes. And actually, before I proceed here, let's just kind of talk about what happened in the previous turn. So they had Jungle Ravage, some blight came down. Now they will be building in High Migration. They're then going to ravage Wetland, and then they're going to build Jungle Mountain. So these jungles are going to get really built up, and then they're going to be facing down that Ravage, which is probably going to make them go blighted, and things might get pretty nasty. They do have some nice defense. They also have some skips, defends over here with Gaze, but this is going to be quite tricky, and I'm excited to see how Team Red navigates it. I know Team Red has definitely put themselves in a winning position, or at least it seems like it is. This is a tough combination. Like, it says 10.5, but I think it's closer to 11.5. Okay, so Keeper is going to gain an energy, place a presence. They're going to place the presence from bottom track here. And they decided to put that presence in F3, which makes a lot of sense. They're then going to do the standard pay 3 energy, and they're going to get a card. And normally Keeper players go bottom track. This is what I would do. But they opted to go for the major power, and they decide to go presence from top track. Now, that presence they'll place after they gain the major when they realize they need the energy. And these are the cards they picked up. And they ended up getting some Tigers Hunting. They got Melt Earth, Blood Rack, and actually, what am I doing? These are not. I was like, I did a standard major power grab, and I was like, those don't look right. Because the majors they grabbed were over here. Surprise, surprise. Okay, so we got Insatiable, Bargains, Walls, and Wrap. These are all very solid cards. The cards that the major they decided to go with was Walls of Rock and Thorn, and I think it makes sense, especially when you have that Jungle Mountain coming up. And honestly, this is like pretty god tier to see this card right here. I mean, I'm sure there's better drafts than this, but the fact that the stage 3 is lining up with this card is quite amazing. I think they could have grabbed any of these cards and they would have been pretty happy. Okay, so they grabbed Walls and they decided to forget Here There Be Monsters. And then they went from top track such that they can get enough energy to play Walls as well as Nature's Resilience. And I'm just double checking to see where they put that presence. And they decided to put that presence in F8 is the land. Let's put that presence down, creating that another sacred site. Keeper is now going to play Natures and Walls. Quickly pause the video there. That was because I had to let the teams know that I still need their escalation targets, so hopefully they finish it by the time I get there. Okay, actually, let's do Gaze here. So Gaze is going to reclaim, going presence from bottom track, and they're doing this because they really want that call to guard. Unfortunately, Gaze's reclaim is just so strong. I wish it would have nerfed it just a little bit. I think it would have created a little bit more interesting play patterns, but there's just the reclaiming with Gaze is just so strong. They're going to put this presence. They decide to go in H1. And they reclaimed, and the two cards they are going to play here is Call to Guard as well as that Withered Bodies. And the point of this, it looks like, is they want to defend this wetland. They're going to take the Blight here, and then they're going to, I guess, set up for a better turn next turn. And Lightning is going to reclaim. And these are the Miner's Lightning finds. And Lightning decides to go with Call to Ferocity, which makes sense. It's a 0 fire. It also has the sun. The rest of the cards are pretty underwhelming. Don't blame them with that draft. And the cards they were playing is Ever Twisting Trail, Shatter, and Call to Ferocity. So the card that they just picked up, they are playing. So Keeper is going to do Nature's Resilience. That Spicy Defend 6, they're going to put over here on the wetland from that Jungle Sacred Site. The Walls is going to kill the Explorer here. And since it's thresholded, it'll add that Badlands. It also gets a Wilds. And it isolates the land, most importantly. So it's going to prevent those adjacency builds from England level 2. Lightning is going to use Shatter Homestead fast. 2 fear, and they're going to kill the town here. And Relentless Gaze is going to play Call to Guard, gathering into Han, and giving a nice defend 4 in this wetland here. And there's one last thing, and that is going to be Sparking, which Lightning is going to take for themselves. Let's see what they draft. And they ended up finding Call to Trade, Animated Rackroot, Territorial Strife, and Sap. So once again, another good set of cards. They have a nice Defend 5 here. They also have a Ravage Skip. They ended up going with the Territorial Strife, which is the 0 cost, once again, Sunfire, just to hit that innate, and it does kill buildings and explorers. So I can see the argument for it, definitely. I'm just surprised they didn't grab the defend, but maybe they feel they don't need the defend. I don't know. But to me, having a defend lining up on the jungle mountain turn seems like the no-brainer choice, but we're going to see. Maybe I don't play much Sparking, so maybe drafting on Element is more important. Okay, so the event that Team Blue picked for Team Red was not Harvest Bounty, it was Focused Farming. That one. So Focused Farming, and they have to add a town and explorer to each board on a specific land type. And looking at Keeper decides to add that that Focused Farming on land F8, building up that land here. Relentless Gaze is going to do that on land H7. And Lightning is going to do that in land C8. The Beast Destroy is going to trigger on each board, killing this Explorer and killing this Explorer. So goodbye those Explorers. And now we get to execute. Oh, and actually, the story and season, does anyone trigger for that? Wow, that is quite sad. Lightning only has 2, Keeper has none, and Gaze has none. Okay, so that is sad. So Jungle is going to build. We're going to build here, build here, build here, and build here. Oh, and I got to build over here. Tons of builds, and there's an Isolate here, so that's cleared. We're going to Ravage Wetland. Oh, and you know, I accidentally skipped this. So Keeper had the left innate last turn and was supposed to kill the town here, which I forgot. So that should have died. So Ravage Wetlands, so C8. This dies. That blights, killing the presence. And that dies. And now the jungle and mountain follow-up builds. So build and build and build. Like you could just see, to me, this just looks so scary. Build. This is isolated at least. Build, build, and build. And the follow-up explorer for the red team is going to be that jungle. And I don't know what the escalation targets. So let me pause the. Actually, let me first explore, and then we will see. Ended up getting the jungle here as the follow-up. Just once again hitting the jungle. It makes a lot of sense. I don't see any other land type that I would try to throw here. And trying to see if there's any targets. So Keeper has to escalate here. That is forced. It's an England escalation. And it looks like Lightning has to escalate here. That is also forced. And it is not forced for Relentless Gaze. So let me pause the video. And that final escalation is going to be in H7. All right, let's clear up the board and see how it looks. Okay. This is oh man, this is gonna be nuts. They got ravages happening in what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 lands. Nothing is cleared. I mean, Relentless Gaze, they at least have Withered Bodies plus that left innate. So they can do some damage. They'll take another Blight though, because Gaze is lacking that Moon. I guess Call to Ferocity solves another land. I guess this cascade, that cascade have to be dealt with. This they'll probably take 1, 2. Oh man, this is gonna be rough. I mean, I guess they'll have at least walls. Maybe it's fine. Walls, Nature's Resilience. They'll have two of the lands will get solved. They'll have the right innate. I guess they also have Lightning's Boon too. Lightning's Boon can make a lot of things work. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting to see what happens here. Like this board state is kind of scary. Okay, let's actually see the next event pool here. We got Accumulated Devastation, Seeking the Interior, Investigation, Putting Down Roots. Oh, there comes Years of Little Rain. Visions, Far Off, Ethereal, Cultural, and Tight Knits. So now that we are in the next turn, this is no longer an option for them. And the new event pool will be the set of events. That is pretty interesting. Once again, they cannot pick well, I guess the other team picked focused farming. So I guess Team Red could still pick this event, but whatever event Team Red picked for blue this turn, they cannot pick it again. So these will be the events. And that concludes this video. If you like this video, like and subscribe for more content. I'll see you guys in the next video.